Hello all, welcome new viewers and my lovely Moonians. This is Gypsy Moon and I am Akriti. I hope you're doing really well. Occurring on the 6th of June 2022, which is again a number 6. So this today is about the 666 portal special message coming in, or even if you have been seeing 666, which is a very beautiful, soulful and spiritual, along with that practical messages which come in from the universe. That's what we will be looking into. Right now I'm very relaxed, so I didn't really think of what I was going to say. That's why it's a little floaty, but nonetheless there are 3 cards in front of you with 3 crystals also. So if you are interested in knowing the guidance which is coming in, and keep in mind this is timeless, so whichever year 666 portal it is, or whenever you are seeing 666, here are the messages coming from spirit. Apart from 6th of June, 15th and 24th of June are also the 666 portals. Alright, so this is number 1 with lapis lazuli, number 2 with malachite, and number 3 with citron. See which one are you feeling drawn towards, and let's see what spirit has in store. See you. Hello pile 1, for those who were drawn to the lapis lazuli, the imagery over here, and the word with it is reaction coming through. And it's really interesting because I thought that this card is actually reflection. I hadn't seen the word because I was too quick to cover them up. Because whenever I'm shuffling like these cards or something specific piles that I make, I'm always like, the less I know, the better. These cards are pulled out for another pick a card, but then they sat here, lay down here for a whole day, and then today it felt like I should do a 666 portal message reading, spirit message reading for you guys. So with the lapis lazuli coming in and the reaction coming through, I feel like it could have been, for some people, since the reactions there was something which was piling up, penting up, and it suddenly with a lot of threshold came forth, and that energy feels more anger which came out. You had it enough, and you just reacted. After letting go of the resentment, you're seeing how that was a little impulsive. You could have done it a little better. Why did I overreact? That kind of a contemplation which I can feel over here with the imagery. And I just feel spirit saying it's all right. It happened that way. It's okay. Just make sure that next time it doesn't build up like a pressure cooker and then starts whistling like crazy. Be easy on yourself and others also is coming in. Instead of reacting, it's now time to come to a phase where we respond instead of reacting. It's almost like someone who initially or for some time or for a few years doesn't really totally make the other person understand the intensity with which we are feeling a little concerned, or things which get suppressed. The discomfort one may feel, suppressing that and not saying anything until it comes to a point where this Shakti takes over and you don't really care whether you'll win or lose it all. And you just barge in and you say everything. I can relate to it also. It's not in all situations, but it has happened with me and it's fine. But is it the most wisest of course of action? No, I don't think so. Because not just in that moment, like, yes, it's good that all of it came out, the resentment of years, um, things which were put away, suddenly it's like, no more, why am I being patient, you don't deserve it, this and that. And then the aftermath of it has a little bit of this off-putting feeling that I didn't have to go to that extent, why did I go all crazy, that kind of a thing which is coming in. If that is not resonating, it could be like you could have been on the receiving end of certain impulsive reaction of someone who is really regretting it. That kind of energy is coming through over here. One thing which is coming in is that with the 666 or 666 that you may have been seeing, this is saying there are certain things which are going on as a muscle memory. We are reacting to the same situation which gets wrapped up in different ways, but saying the same thing, choosing to do the same thing or the same course of action each and every time. And we're not really thinking about it. Is it really true to me? Is this what I truly believe? We need to get a little more aware of those things and choose differently, choose to react differently. And not out of muscle memory or out of defense mechanism is also something which is coming through. You need to speak your truth is also coming in, and we need to approach the way we conduct a conversation rather than attacking or saying things out of frustration, irritability, irritation, or anger. There's a kind of path which you can take because everyone can react out of anger, say things in anger, but when that same thing is said in a more calmer way, the effect on the other person is more profound, is also something which is coming in. I want to read what this one says before we go forward. I was going to do it at the end, but it's fine. When spirit takes the wheel, you just comply. So this says denial, numbness, or misplacement have compounded unresolved emotions. An emotional reaction may have knocked things off balance. Beneath the surface, things may have been off balance for some time. Uncomfortable emotions are powerful signals. Respond with compassion, careful consideration, and awareness. Limiting emotions restricts access to truth. The person who can only feel positive emotions does not recognize a villain. The person who only feels anger cannot accept love. And I felt that because the hand over here on, like, someone who's not even saying what they're feeling, keeping things hidden, wanting to keep their heart guarded as a means of self-preservation, but it's actually coming out as a self-limitation, self-restriction. That's how it's happening, turning out to be now. Yes, we needed that self-preservation, that kind of a reaction, that kind of a mentality where we needed to be guarded. It's coming in for someone, for you perhaps more strongly for you, but this is a collective reading. It could be for someone you really care about also. All right. So it was important to react that way, but now it's just, since that worked, since that mechanism worked, we still have those defense mechanisms and we need to let go of that. It is very essential to reflect and understand or observe your emotions and consider what they are signaling. There's a need for you to step away or detach yourself to bring in certain balance, calmness, and with that being instilled in you, there will be clarity. This also says, let love be the catalyst for an enlightened outcome. For some, it's time to recognize what is the anger behind the anger and where did that anger stem from. It's time to slow down and assess where your mental and physical energies are being spent, is also something which is coming through. All right, let's move forward now. Let's see which one should I take? All right, let's look into tarot a bit and see what's coming in. What are the angels and spirit emphasizing upon with the 666 portal, or the angel number 666? We have the 5 of Pentacles coming in, someone feeling left out, sitting out. You gave someone a time out. There's a lot of missing which is occurring. It's almost like a particular divine masculine energy stepping in and trying to speak over here, and I really try to keep the divine feminine and masculine energies to not come through. If you had a spiritual relationship, divine soul connection with someone, and you parted ways very recently, this person is realizing how they treated you and that was less than what you deserved, and is kind of feeling very, they came in their ego self and let you go because they got hurt with the kind of truth that you spoke to them, because you saw right through the facades, is also something which is coming in. I'm not laughing, it's just sometimes I get that way. All right, we have the 4 of Pentacles coming in, air in the castles. Let's just become a little more realistic about things. Get in touch with the reality, with your own reality, and not what the society may be feeding you. There's a need of grounding something, nurturing your own foundation is also something which is coming through. And someone's low-key possessive about you and has these fascinating dreams, future plans with you, daydreaming about you is also something which is coming through. All right, let's just go a little forward and see what else. We have the 7 of Swords coming in. There's new information which will be pouring through. Someone who may be keeping a tab on you. I don't know what is going on. With this one over here, I also feel like I'm not doing the what they really mean, but I'm seeing the imagery, and that's how I want to do the readings for some time now. I'll try. But this one is also somewhere down the line with the 2 houses, like it's like suspended in the air, but like if you spread this into 2, it's like 2, you both are mirroring each other, is also somewhere down the line coming in. The way you feel, they feel the same way, and it may have not been spoken about because that was like self-restraint is the form of discipline according to this person or someone. If this was a long distance relationship, I'm having such trouble speaking. Someone needs to speak the truth. I feel like what I was saying with these 2 over here, someone's back in town and you don't know about it. And I also feel like, you're going about doing your things, getting the groove back, and this person is still stuck on you. We have the 3 of Coins coming through. Very practicality is coming in, which is an essential part of 666. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles coming in, talking about putting in effort on things. But over here, I feel that Spirit is guiding you to keep dreaming bigger. The more ambitious dreams you have, the more rewards will be there in the future. Focus on your endeavors. Sow in new seeds, start a new cycle, start a new habit. Do something in which the joy of doing something, experiencing something takes over your mind is also something which is coming through. Do something fun for yourself, listening to music, or simply if you don't feel like going out, then meditating, taking a nice relaxing bath, and there's so many other things which we can do. And we have Justice coming through, Libra Major Arcana coming in. Being on the cards, it's almost like you are at a very pivotal point in your life where any action that you take will have consequences. So we have to be a little more careful and do things for the higher good. That's the best bet. The certain kind of ethical balance that needs to be maintained now is also something which is coming through. It's almost also like you took back your power, you moved on, is also something which is coming in, and that was karmic justice. With these two cards and this one coming in, there's a bit of philanthropy which is also being supported. Like share your generosity, share your abundance for those who are truly abundant and prosperous. Charity work kind of a thing is also coming in. Not necessarily, but it is somewhere down the line coming through also. New avenues are opening up. Also, with the reaction coming in and everything over here, it's also now time to let go of the sadness that you may be feeling and the insecurity that an unstable situation may have created. Like, I can feel the energy right now, and I just want to say, sweetie, it gets better. Let go of all, like, let go of control, like, let go of the worry or the over stressing. Could have, should have, would have, I should have reacted this way, that way. Let go of that guilt. All right, let's start looking into the oracles now. I feel like with this one also, if you are looking for love, then perhaps you are soon going to cross paths with a soulmate, or your twin flame could be close by, is also something which is coming in. If you hit a snag in a personal relationship where there have been some ongoing complications, soon the problems will come to an end, is also something which is coming through. All right, we have number 42 coming through. 4th of April of Feb or 2nd of April could be of relevance. Someone could be 42 or 24. But number 6 is coming in. 42 is talking about let's create a stronger foundation for ourselves. Let's not be greedy. Let go of the possessiveness and bring in more balance within yourself. We have the Rainmaker. We have number 32 with Luminous Warrior and number 11 with the Council. It's almost like the rainmaker is reminding me, don't take it too personally. Let go of the worries. Let's start creating something new for ourselves. Let the rains wash away the pains of yesterday, kind of a thing, and bringing in more freshness, rejuvenation, fearlessness, awareness, lightheartedness, and this readiness to move forward, to face things for how they are, working with what you have, following your gut feeling. For your counsel, your spirit team comes from a very sacred place. You need to believe in yourself. In order to invite love into your life, into your heart, you need to instigate that within your own self, because the outside world is a reflection of you. So let's start from within. Something needs redirection, some kind of refocusing, which is essential. Letting go of the guilt, realizing you did what you knew best then, you've learned, you've mastered the lessons. Alright, I went ahead speaking quite a bit, but the camera had stopped recording. I pulled out one extra card, the Angel of the Secret Glade, with visualize the color blue around you and know that you live in truth coming through. And this is talking about you need to start looking or seeing your own worth and not wait for outside validation or others to see your worth. You need to conduct that. And it's almost like you know what changes you need to make in your life, and it's now important to act out of authority and take those actions. For now, we are stepping into a phase where insecurities have no space, so let go of the doubts. We're not wounded anymore. Any lingering energy of the past or troubles that have followed you are now far behind, is also something which is coming through. And it's time to celebrate all that is good in you. It's important to release the doubts, and you will find yourself discovering the astounding power and strength deep within you. For the spiritual warrior in you is awakening, is ascending. I also feel someone is saying that every time you've asked for guidance, a question that pops up, like your 3D self, your mind is asking a question, there's always this spontaneous voice which arises and starts speaking to you, and it comes from a very loving place. It is the source, your counsel speaking to you through your intuition. So pay attention to those things as well coming through, alright? So help the universe help you, and I hope you and your loved ones have a blessed time ahead. Until next time, love, light, healing, empowerment, clarity, and joyous prosperity to you and yours. Om Namah Shivay. Keep that vibe high, my lovely moonians. Hello, card 2, option 2, for those who were drawn to the imagery over here, or even the malachite. So the word coming in with this one is context coming through, but I just, with the energy over here, with the look which is there, you have a very innocent, pure heart. Like, I feel this is someone who has pure intentions and does things only when the reason is justified. So if you believe in something, you will go all in for it. That kind of a 100% determination, persistency, persistence. divine child energy which is coming through over here, who is ready to blaze a new trail whenever it is required, unafraid. That's the spirit of courage rising in you. And with the Malachite over here, it's time to listen to your heart's beautiful song and dance along. With the context coming in, I'll be reading what this says, and I did pile one in a different way, eventually with the guidance, but in this pile and the next one, I'll be taking out divine masculine and divine feminine guidance coming in, since it's the triple six portal which we are tapping into also, since 2022 is also reduces to 6. So pay attention to your surrounding is also something which is coming through. Become aware of what is truly adding value in your life. And there's this thing of, because I feel her eyes being fixated on something, it's time to pay attention to current fixations, belief systems of yours, or even earthly problems that may be surrounding you right now and consuming your mind space. But you know what's coming out of this? A stronger version of you. The core of who you are is emerging more strongly now with the dragonfly right there, activating the throat chakra, being centered at the heart chakra, and being stemmed from the kundalini as well. Tarot cards are falling. This is a moment of redirection also coming in, and something which is coming through. You may be an empath also, and it could be an ability of yours to be receptive to other people's energy. You can channel the mediumship energy is also coming through, along with the earth angel energy which is also coming through over here. You have a very beautiful strong connection with nature. Utilize it as much as you can is coming through. I also feel like saying, go to a quaint park, observe, like let go of the digital technology, letting that be, spending some time alone, observing, soaking in the energies, renewal which is also coming through, going to the mountains, hitting the beach, or even going for a nice drive, enjoying the rain while sipping coffee. That also came through. Like, I got a vision where I was sitting and enjoying the lightning, and it was pouring heavily. The weather was really nice, rich, cool, and the earthy fragrances which came in, and I had a big smile with the chimes playing along with the wind. That's the energy which came through. A lot of self-satisfaction also, a lot of self-belief which has been instilled, and you're practicing it, and I also feel this is branching out now. You have done certain healing. If you have been healing for many months now, take a break for some time. Enjoy the moment. Be in the now, in the here. That is also somewhere down the line coming through. Your earthly energy, your earthly journey is protected, is being said right now. I want to read what comes in with context before we go forward. Oh, I saw it. There it is. The earthly meaning of this card is, interpreting one piece of the puzzle in isolation leads to error. Avoid reading too much into something. Taking in the fuller picture will, yeah, I felt it, I had to say it. Anyways, taking in the fuller picture will take time and effort, but it will bring the perspective required. A flyaway comment or aside means a flyaway comment or aside means nothing on its own. An overreaction or misunderstanding causes unnecessary fireworks. True meaning comes with broader context. It's time to put things in context. And I also feel like, on a personal level, what does that mean to you? Like the color red was spoken of quite a bit, but what does that mean to you? For some, it is love, it is a warning, it is an urgency, it is the color of power. But on a personal level, what does it mean to you? So that kind of a difference, stepping out and trying to understand your own perspective, what are your own true core values, core principles? It may be changing, they may be transforming, they may be elevating, and helping put things into perspective. Make sure that you're not losing sight of the bigger picture, because sometimes we can get fixated on minute details and we lose track of say why we began doing so in the first place. All right, I have a few things which I still want to say, because this one, I don't know. Like I can connect, like my inner child is feeling very happy seeing this face. So let's begin now with the tarot and see what's coming in. Wait. For number 2, what's coming through? We have 2 of Cups coming in, which is also reciprocity coming through, an offer which will be made, something that you're very passionate about, is getting a platform to begin. Talks about mutual feelings, a bond which is beautifully unfolding, a union which is destined. All right, we have the King of Swords coming through, which is talking about practicality, using your logic, finding a balance between practicality, like between the mind and the heart, not being led just by one, but allowing both the perspective to come in and giving rise to a creative resolution which has a nice blend of both objectivity and subjectivity too, is the energy which is coming in. But a lot of inner clarity which is also coming through as you speak to others. And what I wanted to say over here was also that it's time now for you to deepen the existing bonds with your loved ones. And loved ones is a big category, but who are special in your life. Let's start nurturing, watering those bonds for them to thrive. We have the Queen of Wands coming in. Beautiful. This is gender fluid, but since the Queen is here, she is someone who can be flamboyant, very confident, life of the party, very nurturing also. And that's the beautiful combination that you have. That innocence which can relate to a child, and that elegance which can, I feel like saying, bewitch the higher societies, entice the higher society. It's that kind of a blend. And that's a shapeshifter kind of a energy that you can relate to many sects, groups, or people coming from different walks of life can relate to you. And that's a very beautiful quality that you got. And you are very inspiring, you're very intellectual also, you have very strong reasonings. Some people may get intimidated or a little confused, or may judge the book by its cover and, title you, label you in certain ways, but you are everything and nothing at the same time. That kind of a energy is coming through. So it's very difficult to pin down or have a key, pin you down in certain kind of type of people, type of personality. That's why you end up being muses for people or a mystery. There's a lot of intrigue that comes when someone first meets you, or even over the years, there are still parts someone is discovering about you. So that's kind of interesting. And I feel like, it's not that you do it naturally, or no, it's not that you do it intentionally. It just happens very naturally for you. That is also coming in. And we have, is this the emperor with the monkey over here? It's the Hierophant coming in with Taurus, Major Arcana, Aries energy also coming in, and Gemini energy coming through strongly, Aquarius energy also coming in. People really respect you when you start speaking. How much ever one may have underestimated you, I'm just saying, right? Not everyone does. Many people end up putting you on a pedestal because they feel you're too good to be true, or that someone doesn't deserve you. So anyways, the judgment I'm talking about is a reflection of their own self-worth or how they relate to people. And many people relate on a ego mechanism, and I don't really want to go into that, but irrespective, you have a very profound effect on people when you start speaking. And maybe when you are socializing, or earlier on in your 20s, in your teens, during your teens, you took time to speak, or you chose, you had select people who you spoke to. But the more people hear you talking, coming from a humble, centered, balanced, stable space, seeing you as being someone very insightful, intellectual, very wise, very clear. And even if you don't know who you really are, nor do I don't know myself completely. There's always different things which pan out, and you understand a different part of yourself or an extension of yourself, and so many other things which you've never experienced. And then in that raw moment, there's a part of you who comes through, and you're like, hello, let's claim this. So people see you as being very sorted in your mind. There's an aim of yours, a path, you have a calling, you feel drawn to certain ideologies, philosophies, and you harbor them. It's like harbor them in the sense, not the best word, but you stay loyal to the causes you believe in, is also something which is coming through. And the thing is that you don't push it onto other people. Yes, if someone wants to know about it, you will share, but you have to come to me in order to learn what you seek. That kind of energy came through. So believe in your power. You are a leader in the making. And you have a lot of experiences that make you relate to different people too, is coming through. It's almost like you know how innately empowered you really are, in a certain way, in all the ways, however it goes, but it's not like you impose it onto others. You first like to question what is put forth in front of you, and you take the time to understand it, and only then do you decide whether or not it is something that is worth believing in, sustaining. You're a very, very passionate person, very ambitious too. I feel like you're coming to a point with the wind which is there, and a little bit of guardedness which is coming in over here. Because in the past, you may have taken other people's judgment of you to your heart. And now there's a little bit of filter or a light, I don't know what to say it, like a glass window which is there. And if you hear something, you take it out from the other ear. It's that kind of energy which is coming through. Don't take it personally, because you know your own worth, who you are growing into, what is right for you. It's all right if someone else doesn't want to be righteous, but I want to do things ethically, that kind of a thing. And you take, I don't know where this is coming from, but I need to say, you take it as though you understand on a deeper level that a person will only understand you to the extent they understand themselves. And sometimes that comes with limitations. And if the person is special, even a friend or a family member with whom you're not being able to see eye to eye, you don't rush it. You have a lot of patience while you have your own endeavors going on. It's almost like you're too busy to be bothered. There's also this energy of someone wanting to get recognized. And right now, maybe struggling to hit the mark. And since there's a little bit of fixation which is coming in, I just feel like, make sure that you don't, with the 666 also coming in, it may be reminding you to release any need to control or fixate on the perfect outcome, because perfection doesn't really exist. Make the best of what you got right now is also something which is coming through. With this one over here, making a throne out of whatever Lego blocks and dice which are over here. Start with what you got. One more card before we go forward. It's almost like kindred spirit meeting one another. You will settle down with a soulmate is also something which is coming through. With the 2 of Cups and the Hierophant, and we have the 3 of Wands also coming in. The reverse of it does talk about gossiping and all, which is why I was talking the way I was, but this is talking about fruition for the efforts that you have been making, the hard work that you have been putting. It's coming in. The garland is going up now, the roses are coming in, and there's this angel over here waiting to fly again. Feeling a little tired. If you have been feeling tired, make sure that you're sleeping well, that your activities before sleeping and on getting up are changed, where you're spending more time in just easily waking up, and not the first thing that you do or the last thing that you do is check your phone and all of that. That kind of agitation, let it go. Not agitation, but that kind of stimuli is not really required. Make your waking up or going to sleep more peaceful is also something which is coming in. And soon you'll start seeing the hard work that you've been paying. The hard work that you've been putting in is about to pay off, even as love nourishes you from within, and it starts pulling in like-minded people or potential or opportunities which are more deserving of you, of your attention, is also something which is coming through. A golden opportunity to further your success, growth is about to enter. Maybe a big organization may be offering something to you, for the lack of words. One more thing which is coming in with this one when I'm talking about rest, because there's love coming through. There's also taking care of your beauty, of your body. So physical health, which is coming in over here, or all of that, right? Or taking care of the vessel and dressing up. You're very stylish, you're very sexy, you're very, very handsome, you're like a magnet, that kind of a thing which is coming in. And then there's work which is there, logistics which is there, and there's this home life which is also there. There's so many things which you may be trying to manifest all at once. So just take it easy on yourself is also something which is coming through. And don't see these aspects as different categories. I don't know how to say it, like, anyways, just infuse it all. I see it as a whole. How do I explain this? There's also, with the context coming in, there's a need for you to evaluate your situations, different aspects where they are, and in each aspect, how can we bring in more harmony, more growth in different ways. I feel like if you have been conducting everything all at once for some time, for a like 1 week or 2 weeks, focus on each thing one at a time while your job keeps going. Different avenues which need to be tapped into. Someday go out with your friends, build more, deepen your bond with your loved ones. Someday take some time off for yourself, spend some time, check in with yourself, do something for your body, start taking care of your diet. Let's indulge in some self-love perhaps, or spending time with the loved one, like a special one, your spouse, going out on a date kind of a thing. Because it's time now to pace yourself and concentrate on what needs to be done. Be confident in your abilities to make your dreams a reality. You hold the power to shape your destiny to your desired outcome. If something doesn't feel right, trust in your intuition. Realize that your optimism and persistence will drive you to attain what you set out to accomplish. Belief in yourself will inspire others to follow you as well. So that's coming in. It's almost like we're letting go of the notion of instant gratifications. And I also feel like, there's something that you wished for as a child, as a teenager, as a younger version of yourself, which is manifesting right now. So that is also something which is coming in. Let things be. Keep doing what you're doing. Put in your effort and test, invest and test to invest. That kind of a thing is also coming through. Keep evaluating. All right, let's see what Divine Feminine Energy Oracle is coming through. Who is coming through for number 2? We have Diana coming in, Queen of the Wilderness coming through. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. We have Mirabai coming in with the Saint of True Freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. She was a bhakt, a disciple of Lord Krishna. We have Vajra Yogini coming in, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So much inner power coming through. There's this strong belief system which may be a little different, but you believe in living life in authenticity, and that's shining through. And we have Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment, and the fear of judgment also. We're letting go of that. Even if you are not a hopeless romantic, you are a romantic at heart. Whether or not you believe in that, like if you believe in it already, then this is something that you already know about. But some people don't really find themselves, due to past experiences, don't really think that they are romantic or something. But like everyone has that potential, and you inspire many others. The actions that you do inspire others to do the same in different ways. But the gesture, the lovingness that you come with, the warmth that you share, gives many people a lot of hope, whether or not they say it. And one more thing which is coming in, like, some people may just judge you as being naive or something of that sort, underconfident or even shy. But the thing is, you're being quiet because you're choosing to be quiet. The moment you start speaking, you take center stage, and sometimes you don't really want it because you can grab it anytime. It's not really an ego thing. I'm just saying what I'm feeling over here. You have a lot of motherly energy, caring, and even protective energy. You protect your loved ones very passionately, is also something which is coming through. Barring few cards, apart from these three cards, all the cards are looking towards us, the viewer, towards the camera. Like, they're looking. You can make an eye contact with the imagery over here. So that speaks a lot. It's like many people get intimidated when you lock eyes with them. You can see through their eyes what their truth really is. And if someone is inauthentic or likes to portray a certain kind of poker face or facade for the world to be impressed by, when they lock eyes with yours, you mirror back a part of them which they are denying, or remind them of, I don't know, your eyes speaks to many people. How am I supposed to? I'm really trying to downplay the thing, which I always do. But you have a very profound effect on people, and you can also see as a specimen, may not be true for everyone, but as a specimen or an example, the kind of effect you have on people, you can even see it in your exes when they come to senses. Like, yes, the breakup may have happened due to you being immature maybe that time, or something that got you irritated, they got irritated, something went out, like, whoever it is, like, both to be blamed equivalently, unless there are special cases. I'm just saying, right? But then over the years, they always come back because they are still drawn to your goodness, to your truth, to your honesty, to your loyalty, to what you brought to the table, to the way you loved them, because no one else has loved them as purely as you did. And the best thing may be, like the most funny thing may be, and I'm not here humiliating other people's experiences, it's not just that, but the thing is, maybe you just feel, if you're single, if you haven't been married, that you haven't really tapped into real love. Like, what it is. You don't really expect much from people because you like to be surprised more. Like a positive, healthy surprise which comes in, like when someone is making a move of love, even in terms of kindness, gesture, or calling you up, checking on you, setting up a date with your girlfriend, with your guy friends, all of that. It's very nourishing. One more thing I want to say, there's so many things I want to say. I don't know why am I saying these things, because I want to put in the guidance, but it's more of the reference points. which are coming in. You may have a handful of people, but these are friends, close friends, soul sisters, soul brothers, soul tribe, soul family, who the bonds which have strengthened over time, very long term relationships, friendships that you've had with people, that's it's become a brotherhood or a sisterhood. That kind of a thing is also something which is coming through, because you believe in quality over quantity also. But each and every situation, learning experience pushed you to understand your own strength. And even in terms of the love, the gentleness, the warmth, the motherly care that you bring in. And with each relationship, I just want to say, in that, all of that, there has been an evolution. You've understood what is healthy, what till what extent is it healthy for me to do things unconditionally, because you are now vigilant also in a certain way. And it's not like scared or something, but like, you're more not tactful, but you take the time to analyze also. It's not that you blindly keep doing, or giving. It's not that. But yeah, if it's a bond of trust between two people, mutual respect also, you without thinking keep nourishing that friendship, that relationship is also something which is coming through. So anyone who may have like intentions, ulterior motives, is not that serious about you, will eventually slide away, because not everyone can match your energy, your strength, and that's fine. Who am I being drawn towards? On opening, we have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. From time to time, know that you need to loosen the grip is also something which is coming through. And let situations breathe for some time. And it could be like something that you are more aware of now. Because when you get enthusiastic about something, your inner child becomes a diva too. It becomes the empress and starts orchestrating everything. That massive ballroom party or something, someone is orchestrating, conducting, that kind of a host energy which comes in over here. All right. I was actually thinking between Diana and Vajra Yogini, and on opening, Vajra Yogini came in. It's really interesting because it's something that I wanted to say over here. I tried saying it in different ways, but I want to read her one thing which I just felt drawn to. Her energy is sharp, intense, and uncompromising. She will not let you remain in an illusion or a disempowering story about who you really are. She wants you to sever all the ties to your ego's relationship to a person or to an event in your life, and see it again with the third eye, with the wisdom that can perceive the deeper spiritual path beneath the human drama. She's the call to wake up if we've fallen into the old myth that something or someone outside of us is going to save us. She's here to make it loud and clear that what is within us will save us. We can take this moment right here, right now, to turn everything sacred. The energy of transmutation, self empowerment, and resilience, and also alleviation is coming through. It's interesting because the last line says, she reminds us that everything is rich material for us to use to elevate our reality as an embodied soul. There's so much red, which is root chakra and an infusion with the sacral chakra. Very strong divine feminine energy over here. Be unafraid, run wild and free also coming in, because it's not that you are erratic, or you're very responsible, you're very caring, you see things for the higher good also, you're very aware. So that's why run wild and free energy is coming through. To also know that if you hit a snag in a relationship, it's important, a reminder is coming in to stop dwelling on it so much, and that, like, remember that even the issues are part of the process, and not get disheartened by it, or disheartened by things that did not work out, that you feel so scared that you don't want to be vulnerable again with another person. That is also coming in. From the divine masculine, with Buddha wisdom, we have live in joy and love, even among the troubled and the unlovable. Hmm. Wow. There's a lot of compassion, practicing compassion, like giving support to your loved ones, building stronger bonds, and there's a lot of fulfillment, togetherness, a community which is building, which I can feel. We have, why do you want, oh, this says, why do what you will regret and bring sorrow upon yourself? Do only what you do not regret and fill yourself with grace coming in. This is also saying, like, recognize you did all that you could. While right now, in retrospect, you feel that you could have done something different, or, like, a better thing which was all there. Like, there's always a better option, a better way of doing things. It happened the way it happened, but recognize you did enough, all that you could, and you don't need to have regrets in a particular situation coming through. Chin up, darling. That's the energy coming in. Anytime that you doubt yourself, go in front of the mirrors, look at yourself. And I also feel like saying, because the diva side of me is, like, now emerging with all of this. It has been the whole time. It's very different from the energy I had in option 1, card 1, reading. But readjust or reposition, and don't let that invisible crown fall. Remember that you're always wearing it. That's the energy coming in. All right, last card for card number 2. However many words you speak, what good will they do? What good will they do you if you do not walk the talk? Yeah. Preach. Practice what you preach. It's also like you may have a tendency of sharing a lot of what you've just started doing, and it starts losing energy. Or even, like, the moment you've just begun, like, say you've just started exercising, and the third day you're going and telling it, like, excitedly, it's good, excitedly, to your best friend or something, and then it just fizzles out. Like, in a week's time, you're being very erratic and all of that. Stick with the plan for, like, say 1 or 2 weeks, and then start talking about it once it has become a habit. Because the moment we speak about something that we're about to do, we're just starting off, it starts losing off steam also. So become aware of that. 2 is coming in. If you said you're going to do something, do that. Enough with the talking. It's now time to showcase who you really are, to walk the talk now. More than words, it's all you have to do to make it real. Oh, that is the energy which is coming in. At the bottom, we have be the one who is awake, shine in, radiance of spirit. There's a major glow up energy which is coming through, and glow up may not be external, but it is internally. The lotus in you is rising, and a stronger version of you is emerging. Add some positive habits, like while you're doing something, say brushing, start walking. Small things. You're on the call, it's a long call, just keep walking, start walking. Something, just 0.1% addition, that kind of a thing which is coming in. I'm not saying like, while you're driving, do multitasking. No. Like, so that. Do things, say things, showcase things which are more true to you, true to who you are. It's time to release any kind of sadness and embrace the uplifting energies coming your way, surrounding you even now. There's such beautiful, loving energy that I can feel. And there's a lot of assurance coming in. And knowing or recognizing that you and the universe are co-creating. So actively take part in creating the life that you desire to enjoy, starting now, coming in. All right. So do let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much for your precious time. Until next time, love, light, healing, empowerment, clarity, and success to you and yours. Om Namah Shivay. Keep that vibe. Hi, my lovely Monians. Hello, number 3, for those who were drawn to the imagery over here or the crystal citron. So, the word which comes in with this card is stretch. So, relax a little, and this also is reminding me with the branch, the activity which is occurring over here. Branch out, stretch your wings, go by the sea, sit by the beach and stretch your legs. That kind of energy is coming in over here. Slowly letting go of the qualms, the fears, any hitch that we had. We're letting go of that because there's more calmness which is being instilled within ourselves. Not getting restless, not getting irritated by how long or um, or even not getting irritated by a certain kind of pace at which something that you're really putting your hard work on, like career wise also, if there is a little bit of slow movement which is going on, slow growth which is occurring right now, you're not getting irritated by it. In that time, while you're getting a little ease, a moment to breathe, you're also looking at how we can better do things, better in alignment with what feels good to us. How can we infuse that? What is the better approach? We're slowing things down and then looking at things more realistically, taking in the reliability, analyzing certain situations, and thinking more about growth and how to attract more opportunity as success ensues. That felt like being said the most. Yesterday we had Mercury turning direct. We still have 14 days while I'm recording this. This is timeless for those who have been seeing 666 quite a bit. The energy which is coming in, like, there are personal messages which come through angel numbers also. So according to scenarios, I have different meanings like associated because I've been seeing for such a long time, bombarded by them. So in this time when I start seeing 666, what I'm being reminded is about work quite a bit. Or what fresh approach can we take now, or say new ideas, what can we implement, certain things that we have been postponing, we can start implementing now. That kind of energy is coming through. What makes you unique, can we diversify or go in depth or enhance that a little more. That kind of a alchemist energy is coming in. So mental activity which is coming through, I can feel my solar plexus chakra getting excited, inspired, um and new ideas which will be coming in. And it's like you'd been sitting for some time, lurking, not lurking, but perched on the edge and looking at things, but now you are stepping back into the society and pulling the strings. That kind of energy is coming through, picking ourselves up and going forward with love. All right, let's see what this card says. The earthly meaning of this card is put yourself forward, stand in the sun, grab an opportunity and run with it. Reach beyond the shade, out of the comfort of darkness, and step into life. Holding back yourself is counterintuitive. Doubt, fear, anxiety, and grief may be part of your journey, but don't let them be the journey. Reach out, stretch yourself little by little, grow strong, and live. Step out of your. It's also saying like so what I was saying, one thing, what I was saying with Mercury turning direct, there's shadow period, and then today on the 4th, when I'm recording pile 3, today Saturn is going retrograde for 5 months, I think until 23rd of October. And a certain kind of slowdown will be asking you to step out of your comfort zone, and the more you stretch out of it, the better it will be. And that, like, there is a need of consistency which will start growing. And this post that I shared a few days ago, in 1 week you'll feel it, in 2 weeks you'll see it, in 3 weeks it'll become, I don't remember what it was, but like, no, week by week, one day at a time, take it one step at a time, focus on that. This is like in the cards are falling. I also felt this is not the time to keep sitting, but to start taking actions, especially the ones that you have been intuitively been guided to take, but you've been putting off for some time, because whatever it may be, whatever the hindrance may be, whatever makes you feel a little a little bit of resistance that is coming through, I feel like saying be unafraid to be vulnerable again, or put yourself in a vulnerable situation, in the sense like, I'm not telling you to put yourself in danger, but vulnerability, what induces vulnerability often on a majority scale, is our new beginnings, starting something new, or some, like, also how are my thoughts today? There's so many things which are running in the mind, so many ways that I'm getting excited. Like, my 3D self is getting very excited to say, to speak. Maybe you are bustling with ideas, start jotting them down and don't just let it fester in your head. Lighten the load, that kind of a thing is also coming in. Let's just go forward into the tarot and see what's coming through for you guys. Okay, anyways, I'll take this out, but you need to stop overthinking. If that is something that you end up doing, over analyzing, and going far into the future and seeing how things are. But understand that even in this point, that future hasn't really happened. um it is just an estimation. And at times that's really, really good, but at times it backfires also, because it takes away from the beauty of the present moment. That is also something which is coming through. With the new love, I feel with 666 coming in, if it is a situation where you feel like you still have to safeguard yourself, I just feel like saying, you need to relax a little, open your heart, open your arms, and receive, experience these things, experience what is occurring in your life, even if it's a point where you're being asked to trust another person, a point where you feel very deeply for someone, but you're not being able to take the leap of faith because of past experiences, because things are still not clear, or feeling a little held back because there have been a little bit of conflict which has been going on. 666 is coming in and reminding you that the bigger lesson of relationships is to grow, is to learn alongside someone. So stop dwelling. Understand that when two people are coming together, a little bit of friction may exist in the beginning. And even people who are deeply in love, even after marriage, even after years of marriage, they do tend to have fights, and fights are normal. I just feel, irrespective, love, career, spirituality, something or the other, you need to keep an open mind and let go of the preconceived notions or prejudices that you may have. The universe, or let that be, life is teaching you something new. Life is letting you experience something new. And the approach towards it, what you learn from it, what you understand from it, will be very different from what you have experienced in the past. See how a particular partnership can be beneficial for both, not only from your perspective, or if the other person is trying to control the flow of things, how much they're saying, so how much they're expressing, where and how we should be going forward. This is the pace that I want, take it or leave it, kind of a thing. Then you need to have a chat. If it's really not going somewhere, then let's go towards uncharted lands. But the willingness, I'm going everywhere because there's so much channeling. I waited for 2 days to get a fresh perspective. But, and I think we have too many perspectives now. Whew. What I was saying is, like, fights do happen, but the willingness to make it work, to come back together, is what makes the partnership lifelong. We have the Knight of Cups coming in reverse. There's certain kind of healing which is very much essential, and a situation which is asking you to trust more than what you find to be practical, beyond your comfort zone. And just because you want to be cautious, you are causing the situation, you or someone, but it comes in with this one. So I'm just going to say it. You or someone is really trying to slow down, be ultra sure and all of that, become clear, be 100% sure that you can trust that the person, that they're not coming with ulterior motives. um there's too much caging which is happening, which is again causing a lot of stagnation. We have the Five of Swords coming in reverse. Again, since I've been talking about now and then about conflict, if there was a conflict where you weren't seeing eye to eye, weren't on the same page, I think the conflicts that is going to come to an end. But you both need to be a little cool headed in order to make sense to each other and not allow the pride to come in the way. Be the student of life once again. All right, we have we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in with the slow movement. Slow and steady wins the race, but sometimes when we're too slow, it just elongates the race. One thing which is also coming through is that make sure that you are being aware of what you are promising. Don't overpromise. Don't get frustrated by the pace. At the pace your own life is progressing, don't compare your timeline to another one and get frustrated by it. Do something about it. The other person, like if you're comparing yourself to the other person, instead of getting irritated or jealous, get inspired. Do what needs to be done. Stop evading it. With the Four of Coins, I'm just going to tell you the major arcanas. I need to check it because my mind is slowing down now. With the Four of Pentacles coming in reverse, there's a little bit of surrender, stubbornness coming in. Take care of your finances. Make sure that you're not holding on to your finances in the way of invest your money somewhere. That is also coming in with expansion because there's Jupiter influence which is coming through quite a bit. Just thinking about it, worrying about it, ruminating about things, too much mental energy, but physically or in the 3D world, there's very less energy. You need to go within to find your own truth. There's a need of rebalancing your root chakra, so grounding yourself will be essential too. All right. So with this one, number 14, with number 14 we have Temperance, and with number 9 we have the Hermit. So Sagittarius Major Arcana and Virgo Major Arcana coming through. And at the bottom we have the Ace of Cups coming in. And Two of Wands on top. The past is coming in as a hindrance. What is it that the universe is trying to teach you again and again? And it's just going unlearned somewhere down the line. Like you're saying that you've learned the lesson, but when the same situation crops up, we are handling it in the same way. Why is that? I feel like saying for someone, was the 1 year relationship, 2 year relationship, 3 year relationship which left you feeling hurt so important that 10 years down the line, you're still stuck onto it, still fearing that you'll get hurt? That in those 10 years, whoever has crossed paths with you has just met you being unavailable in some way or the other. Where's the healing that needs to be done? Stop listening to other people is also something which is coming through. Make your own decision for your own life. There's some people who are giving you guidances, advice about your life, maybe even your own relationship, and no third person will ever understand what you have. And I'm not saying like, oh, they think ill of you and all of that, but it's your life. You don't know what motives do they have when they are giving you advice. Sure, I would rather trust someone who is a parent, a sibling who may be at least like 5 to 10 years elder than you, at least someone who's not competing with you, right? That you don't want. I don't want to instill negativity, but just be a little more, use a little bit of discretion in regards to that. But yeah, if you're promising something, make sure that you are ready to render it within the timeline also. Because not only your time is important, other people's lives are important too. They may not be for you, but it is for them, like for us all. Let go of the survival instinct. No, not the instinct. That instinct is good. But the survival mode that you may be on, you need to break away from that. And you need to take into consideration what is in the outside world is a reflection of what is inwardly as well. And we need to take certain kind of responsibility, face certain things, face the inner demons to heal ourselves and invite serendipity into your life. Also, don't overstretch yourself is also something which is coming through. Running helps, of course, but running from situations will only lead to you running into a situation where you will want to run once again. Because at the end of it, those situations come to a point where you have to meet yourself, be honest with yourself, and then take the action rather than ghosting and just simply disappearing. It's not a graceful way to be. It is, but it's a little cowardly. And I'm just being honest right now, nothing else. Like, this may be your reading, this may not be your reading, and that's fine. But just be honest with yourself. Stop running from your own self. Putting a lock on your heart, putting a lock on the emotional world where the feelings are there which make you feel funny, uneasy. Oh, if I open the door, the flood will come and I can't. Till when will you keep holding on to all of those things, remaining like unattending those for such a long time, and making each step that you take heavier because of the additional weight that you have been carrying for such a long time? To release that, to feel freer once again, to feel more in alignment with yourself, to stop having regrets. Because the defense mechanisms are so up. It's literally fucking things up. For now, I just feel take your space, come back to yourself, do what makes you happy. If certain situations, relationships are complicating things for you, you feeling trapped, suffocated, whatever it is, take a step back. Don't do it ghostingly, say it clearly. Have the courage of saying such things also. Don't worry about offending people. Say it nicely, whatever it is. Whoever wants to make whatever they have to make, they will now. People keep judging anyway. So do your thing, get the groove back, be in sync with yourself, be more honest, be more authentic. Don't do things half-heartedly. Don't practice or entertain half-assery. That's all I'm gonna say. Let go of the victim mentality also. It will be beneficial for you. You may be paying too much attention in terms of, how do I explain shaky? In terms of how your friends view you. So, never mind. Focus on self-love. It will be like true meaning of self-love, not just self-care. Suppressing, repressing things will only bring them forward in manifolds when by the time you don't have any control over it. So if there are good things that you're suppressing, like feelings, deeper feelings and all of that, why are you doing this? My God, not even allowing yourself to have a authentic experience. And if you're feeling triggered, just click off, it's okay. So as divine feminine guidance, we have green Tara coming in. Wow, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Yeah. Telling it to those who may have been undermining the heart, the voice of the heart. We have Sarada Devi coming through, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment coming through. And we have Perpetua coming through, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. And we have, that's about it. Kuan Yin also coming in, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. With the Dakini, the enlightened feminine, my gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Start believing in yourself, start believing in those feelings that you get, start acting upon them. You have see, with the Hermit also coming in and the Temperance coming through, you have a lot of gift, like even the connection that you have with your higher self is very strong, but you rarely take it into consideration, and it's asking you to reconnect to your spiritual journey in some way or form. However it is, stop getting daunted. Let love in. Stop being so scared. And when you stop resisting, blocking one thing in your life, the other things which may have come to a slow down, a close, or um, a stagnation will also start flowing once again. That is also something which is coming through. Value the bonds that you have. Don't take them for granted. With the divine masculine, I wanted to read one of them. I'll maybe read with Green Tara. We have how hard it is to stand in truth, how easy it is to lose yourself to desires. someone not wanting to settle down. What if there's the greener side? What if there's a better option? I have a particular way of how I think relationship should be, but what I have right now is completely the opposite. And that's fine. Like, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out. If it's so apparent that it's not going to work out for you, then just let go. Don't keep people strung. Don't don't keep people on retainers. It'll bite back in some way or the other. Like, I'm not talking about, oh, karma is this thing. She'll come back and she, he, whatever it is, like, or like, certain kind of self prophecy kind of a thing. And then when it finally happens, the situation was very positive, but we have such a sometimes such self limiting thoughts that we get to a point. There's someone you have a good connection with, just saying, okay, just hear me out. You have someone who you have a good connection with, but there's this thing, like, love doesn't work out for me. At the end of it, relationship fails for me, so I will be careful with this person. And it goes on, but then this person starts feeling that things are not really moving anywhere, and then it may get a little more negative or positive depending on how you enact or what actions you take when they share their concerns. And if you keep guarding yourself, not putting in anything into the connection and expecting, oh, we have a good time, this is my person and everything. Relationship needs to be taken care of on a day-to-day basis, with green tara also coming in. Rewarding persistency, hard work, and all of that comes, it's everywhere. It's required. Each aspect of your life is important to nurture, not just one track mind that will lead you to success in everything. You want to be successful and lonely, that's okay. That's a choice that you're making. That's so fine. Not everyone has that perspective, so I am coming in and trying to wake a few people up. Sudden, and then what I was saying, like, eventually what happens is there's imbalance. There's this doubt which starts coming through, seeping in, whatever it is. The conflict happened, people move away because harsh words are pointed out, said, and this person says, see, they never work out. I mean, like, what the fuck? All right. Ooh, want you not it just sounded like that, so I just went on doing that because wake up, surrender your judgment, see beyond the end and the beginning. Be harmless, be blameless, awaken to the eternal truth coming through. As long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. Mischief is yours, sorrow is yours, virtue is also yours. You are the source. Let go of the evasiveness. You have the strength to face whatever it is. And you need to start taking steps even when success is not assured. Take the freaking leap of faith wherever, whichever aspect deserves it, do it. Do it. Stop second guessing yourself. Even the opportunity, the moment will go away when you finally make a decision after sorting out everything. Gotta be a little adaptive. A doctored approach or a dictatorial approach towards love will not be rewarded or will not be fulfilling eventually. Even if you find a person that you can dominate, it'll lead to a point where there will be a saturation point and you will be bored that the other person doesn't. I don't want to see those things, but anyways, like, each and everything has their pros and cons. If you like something, nurture it. You don't like it, let it be. If you want something in your life, gotta work towards it. So let go of that. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Let go of that. Even in the given situation, even with the given resources, what can you do differently? What can you choose differently? Because there's this truth which you can't evade. You want to keep running from it, that's fine. But it'll keep on repeating itself, coming back, resurfacing. And it's only resurfacing. Feelings also, memories where the guilt is there, rejection, or whatever it was, like, negative emotions which are there. We need to work through them and not run away from them, because one fine day you'll realize I still haven't healed from it, and the healing will be required. And I'm not pushing you to do the healing, do the acknowledgement, no, don't want to do it, don't do it. But just free yourself up, let go. There's too much additional weight that you're just making your journey a little more heavier and tiresome. And also that each relationship, in terms of love too, is different. It's not the same. You'll find the consistency where people want things casual, right? So whatever is normal and all of that, no emotions involved, nice, simple, crisp situationships and all of that, you'll find consistency there. If you want real partnership consistency, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes choosing the person on each and every day. Choosing with willingness, with free will. It's not a responsibility. It is a responsibility, but it's not an obligation. The energies are so diverse. There's some people who want to accelerate at the speed at which things are progressing. There's some people who want the speed up to happen because things have been so slow. For some people, like, beyond this is danger, so we're not going to get there. When we get there, when am I ready to take the leap of faith? We'll see. 2 years down the line, you'll still be seeing. Start seeing now. In the now, it's important to make certain decisions, and you gotta value your own time as much as you value someone else's. If you value your timeline, all of that, like, your own time that you give and all of that, how life is going, time that way, then you need to value someone else's time also. You can't be wasting someone else's time or giving breadcrumbs and thinking like that will be sufficient. You want to build something crazy in life, gotta be crazy about it too. Because there's this thing of your words, your determination, and all of that, which requires the actions also. I also feel like don't be enslaved by your dreams. Like, once this is then done, then only I can do things. That's very superficial. And if you want to approach that, then don't string along someone. At least ground it while you go for your aspirations. Grounding is important too. It's like expecting support but not providing support. So, where's the vice versa? Where's the equilibrium? It just goes like that. You have some really important choices to make. Just make them with confidence and for the higher good, for your own self and others involved too. That is what is coming through, all right? So until next time, love, light, healing, empowerment, perception, spiritual growth, and wisdom to you all. Om Namah Shivay. Keep that vibe high, my lovely millions.